Greetings, salutations on this Wednesday, Mittwoch, December the 3rd, 2025. 18 days until the official start of winter here in this hemisphere. And today we are treated to an amazing, very, very sunny and beautiful day. It's cold, but it just absolutely is all sun all day long. I'm super excited. Yesterday was the opposite. It was extremely rainy, cold. I don't know if it ever snowed. I don't think it did in New York City or the surrounding area, but maybe inland in New Jersey. I'm not sure. But woke up, there wasn't really any snow on the ground, but kept getting advisories about school closings and things. I thought, this is strange. Anyway, so at least where we are, it's clear, it's sunny and dry today. So we'll take advantage of that, maybe get a walk in. So that's what we're doing here. Let's see, trivia-wise, on this day in 1818, Illinois was admitted to the Union as the 21st state. And so that was a mere 207 years ago, and a reminder about, I don't know, I mean, how things that seem distant really aren't. And that's really where I'm at today with the entrepreneurial journeys. The more shedding as to 2020, I'm shedding 2025. It's been so difficult this year on so many fronts. And I feel like some 37 days out of surgery, and for the most part, not really feeling much from that anymore. So that's great. Seem to be healing up well on that front. But just the whole year, letting go of the old and welcoming in the new. And yesterday, it was, like I said, it was cold and rainy, and I thought, oh gosh, I do not want to go to Midtown. Today it's rainy, and even though it only takes me, door to door, almost like 20 minutes to get to where I was going in Times Square, I thought, maybe not today. I had a lunch scheduled. I thought, well, I could, there wasn't a clear deliverable from the lunch, so we could postpone that, and I don't need to go take pictures of the studio that I'll be using in Times Square today. I can do it another day, I thought. And then I thought to myself, no, just grab your umbrella and your puffy coat and go. You never know what'll happen. Had a wonderful time. Went and met another one of the staff members there. We took pictures of the studio, the different rooms in the studio, the different looks. Got some great shots that I'm going to be able to use to help people visualize themselves in the studio as well. And plan for the Building Business Relationship show as well. And beyond that, I then had the lunch. And so right after touring that and thinking about how we're going to bring clients in and, shoot video for them in there and have conversations and help them be more, more human, more real, more quote unquote authentic by taking away any of the performance part of it. Just have a conversation. We'll capture it. That's the idea. And I go to this lunch, have a great conversation. It turns out the person I was having lunch with, he asked me a bunch of questions about the offering and said, "Hey man, I think I want that." And so sure enough, I went straight from the studio to that and booking in with a new client for the new venture. So had others that were more on a pilot basis. So this is exciting. We're reaching another level, and I just am kind of reveling in the unpredictable nature of the grind, quote unquote, when you're moving from one thing to another and what it looks like, and that you don't know where or when it's going to happen, and that showing up is really most of it. And so I'm glad I was out in the rain. It was cold. Going to Times Square is never on, as far as just choosing to go there to walk through there, you would always avoid it because it's so crowded usually. But of course the rain kept the crowds away. So it wasn't that bad actually. and I could feel the energy. There is something about Times Square. There's an energy there. There's people from all over the world. So I do appreciate that about it. It's just that it gets if you've ever been there, it just gets horribly congested, especially when the weather's nice and you can barely walk through there. So I've gone many city blocks just to avoid it. But I'm glad I showed up. They say showing up is half the battle. I'd say it's probably more than half the battle, especially these days. A lot of people struggle to do the minimum just to show up. So when you do show up and you show up consistently, I'm always surprised by how many people confirm with me multiple times right up to a meeting time. And look, I am not beyond, making a mistake, but I almost always show up, and if I don't, I'm going to let you know. I'm not going to be incommunicado. So, but it really is. There's a lot of people don't show up to stuff. And, so man, the people who show up to things, you're already so far beyond the starting blocks. And then if you can perform and learn and grow and get better as you go along, things will work out, I suppose. So anyway, that's what I got. The journey continues, and I'm not going to lie. I'm going to celebrate when this year is over. I really am. It's been really hard this year, and I'm also really, really excited about what's coming, what is forming in front of my eyes, and it's going to be it's going to be an exciting and I think next year is going to be a lot of new opportunities to do new things. And I'll share on this in a future episode. But one of the other things about going to something new is that you don't necessarily have to let go of everything you've been doing. And my work that I've been invested in the last decade is coming with me in some form. It's just going to be a new form and one that will be even better. So all of this is good stuff. I hope you are enjoying this season and the end of the year. Hope you're looking forward to festivities that are meaningful for you, or connections, or seeing family members, maybe some travel. And most of all, just be good to yourself and others. And of course, we'll check back with you again tomorrow. Bye-bye for now.